What's up everybody, Prepared Guy here once again, and today we're taking a look at the Folomov C2. Upon unboxing you'll find the manual, the C2 itself, extra O-rings, a micro USB charging cable, and a 3.7 volt 520 mAh 14300 rechargeable lithium ion battery. The C2 is an ultra-small EDC flashlight made of aluminum alloy. It's also IPX8 water resistant, has an impact rating of 2 meters, and weighs just a hair over 24 grams or a little over 3/4 of an ounce. I'll leave the tech specs from the manual on the screen now just in case I leave out any details, so pause the video here to see those details. During my runtime test in the 525 lumen turbo mode, the C2 gave off 3 hours of what I would consider usable light, and then it dulled down over the course of an additional 4 hours and 24 minutes before turning off completely for a total runtime of 7 hours and 24 minutes. During my thermal test in the 525 lumen turbo mode, the C2 reached a max thermal output of 113 degrees Fahrenheit or 45 degrees Celsius after about 7 minutes of use. And during my recharge time test, the C2 took 2 hours and 22 minutes to fully recharge from completely depleted. Now let's take a quick tour of the modes and general operation of the C2. Alright guys, now we're going to go over the modes and general operation of the C2, and with me here I have Toxic Morty to help me out with this. So very simple operation, as you can see. Take a look at the body. There's nothing really special about it. It's just, there's no magnetic bottom, it just has the side clip. You can thread a little lanyard through there because it is very small. You might want to use a lanyard, or you can put it on your keychain if you wanted to. It feels pretty sturdy, like it's not going to fall off. Like the little orange peel reflector, or not reflector, I should say, the lens itself is orange peel, so it's a nice diffuse there. And it's got a tiny little button on the side, so you just hold that down. It's going to bring you into the moonlight mode, and then you just press it again. Now you're in the low, then the medium, then the high, and then the turbo. Now we're blinding Toxic Morty. Okay, so if you want to go into the other modes like strobe, all you have to do is hold this down. It'll shut off the light. Click it once, it turns the light back on. Okay, then you can triple or double click at any time. 1, 2, and now we're in strobe. Double click again. It brings you into the next mode for the flashing modes, and that's going to be SOS. And then you double click again, and it'll bring you into the beacon mode. As you can see, that beacon fades in very slowly and then fades out. I don't really like the intervals on it. I wish it did it a little bit quicker, or if there was a way to adjust that. And then you can just press it once and you'll go right back into the last mode you were in. And if you want to lock out the light, all you have to do is turn it off and press it 1, 2, 3 times. And now it's going to flash 3 times and you are in lockout mode. So no matter what you do, you press the button and it's locked out now. In order to undo that, 1, 2, 3, you unlock it like that. And now you can press it again and it brings you right back into the last mode that you had the light set for. So say I want to cycle down to the low or medium mode. So this is the medium mode here. And all I have to do is hold it down to shut it off. And I just press it once to turn it back on. Whoops. Press it once to turn it back. Hey. See, it's a little bit glitchy, guys. See, this is what I've had happen a couple times for me, where I'll shut it off like this, and I'll go to push it and turn it back on. And now it went on. So it might have been me, but it could have been the light itself. Not 100% sure. It's one of those things where you have to play with it a little bit to find out if it's going to do it again, if it's consistent. Yeah, it's not giving me a problem this time. So it might have been me. So you hold it down, shut it off, press it once, turn it back on. Yeah, so it might have been me, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, we're just flashing this light in Toxic Morty's face now. Quit it. I'm going to strobe him again. Oh, jeez. There we go. All right, so guys, let's take this bad boy outside and see how bright it is. The C2 has a max beam distance of 77 meters or 253 feet and has a max candela of 1482 CD. It also utilizes a Cree XT-E LED emitter. Alright guys, we're outside and I am approximately 20 feet away from the railing in front of us. I'm going to put this in the low moonlight mode. This is 1 lumen with a runtime of 270 hours. I'm going to jump up to the 10 lumen mode. So this is the low 1. This is the 10 lumen. 10 lumens has a runtime of 30 hours. And I'm going to jump up again, and now we're in the 50 lumen medium mode with a runtime of 6 hours. I'm going to jump up again. We're in the 150 lumen high mode with a runtime of 2 hours. And now I'm going to jump up again to the 525 lumen turbo mode with a runtime of 1 hour. Now I'm going to double click. We're going to go into the strobe mode, so if you're prone to seizures, please turn away. 1, 2. That's the strobe mode. Double click again. It goes into the SOS mode. And double click again, and it goes into the beacon mode. You'll see it has this nice phase in and out for the beacon, but I wish the intervals were a little bit closer together, because you could miss that if you need to find your mark. And just press it once again, and it brings you back into the last mode you're on. And then you press it, hold it to shut it off. Okay guys, now I'm going to do a similar side-by-side comparison with a similar size light, and this is going to be the Olight i1R2 Pro on the left in the 180 lumen high mode, and on the right you have the 150 lumen mode on the other light. As you guys can see, relatively close, similar. Obviously this is a little bit duller because it's 30 lumens lower, and the there's not a diffused lens on the Olight one. There is a diffused lens on the C2. Alright guys, now I'm going to take a little walk around my porch. This is the 1 lumen mode right here. Jump up to 10 lumens. Jump up to 50 lumens. 150 lumens. And now 500 lumens. Now I have this at 500 lumens, and look how crazy bright this thing is. Look how crazy this is. Walk down these stairs here without falling. And you can see this goes pretty far, about 30-40 feet away from the tree in front of me here. Go in the yard a little bit. The tree's about 15 feet away from me. Really bright. Now we're in the darker side of the yard, but yeah, look at this thing. That tree line back there is probably about 75-80 feet away from me right now. That's pretty darn good. Tree in front of me here is probably about 60 feet. You see how bright that is? It's nice. Now we're inside. This is the 1 lumen mode. This is what it actually looks like right about there. That's 1 lumen. Step up to the 10 lumen. Step up to the 50 lumen. And then step up to the 150 lumen. And then the turbo mode. And it lights up the entire room. That is nice and bright. Now for my pros and cons. First, the pros. The run times are great for each mode, and the light admitted is extraordinarily bright for its size. As far as the cons go, it's very small and it could be easily lost. I lost mine twice during my review process, but luckily I found it so that I could finish the review. A good side note to add here is that the Olight i1R2 Pro is very similar in size, but doesn't come close to the same runtimes or brightness. You can check out my review on the i1R2 Pro in the link on the screen now. Coming in at about $25 on Amazon with a 15-day replacement through the company and a 1-year warranty for repairs through the company. I would say that if you're looking for a minimalist EDC flashlight, then the Folomov C2 would definitely be a great option for your needs. I'll leave a link down in the description. I hope this video has been helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Prepared Guy, and until next time, guys, stay prepared.